Hi guys, welcome back to Enginerds YouTube channel. My name is Patricia Bermudez and I will be your host for today's video. And for today's video, we will be discussing Henry's law. So the problem states that Henry's law constant K of carbon dioxide and water at 20 degrees Celsius is 3 times 10 raised to negative 2 mole per liter per atmosphere. Calculate the mass of carbon dioxide present in 100 liters of soft drink bottled if the partial pressure of carbon dioxide at the same temperature is 4 atmosphere. So Henry's law states that the amount of gas that is dissolved in a liquid is directly proportional to the partial pressure of that gas above that liquid if the liquid and the gas are in equilibrium with each other. So the amount of gas dissolved in a liquid that are both in equilibrium is directly proportional to partial pressure of the gas above the liquid. Okay? So yung amount of gas dissolved in a liquid, it is actually the concentration of the gas. Okay? That is concentration. And then this one is partial pressure. So that can be indicated by P, and then this one can be indicated by C, and C and P are directly proportional to each other. So C is directly proportional to P. And then there is a Henry's law constant, which is KH. This is Henry's law. Okay, and then this equation, if we're going to represent this equation, it can actually take two forms. So C multiplied by the Henry's law constant is equals to P, or P, pressure, partial pressure, multiplied by the Henry's law constant is equal to C. And regardless of which form it takes, alam natin na directly proportional pa rin yung concentration sa pressure. Kasi nasa magkabilang side sila ng equation. Dito, pinagpalit mo lang yung places nila. So here, in the first equation, when you increase the concentration of the substance or the gas, yung partial pressure niya will increase. And we can safely say na directly proportional pa rin ang concentration sa partial pressure. Likewise here, kapag in-increase mo naman yung partial pressure ng gas na yon in above that liquid, yung concentration din ng gas na yon in the liquid will increase. And therefore, again, it is safe to say na they are directly proportional. So whichever form it takes, matutupad pa rin or true pa rin ang Henry's law, which states that concentration is directly proportional to the partial pressure. Okay? So paano natin malalaman kung alin type or aling form ng formula natin ang gagamitin? Well, it depends on the units of the Henry's law given in the problem. So in this problem, ang given natin or given sa atin na Henry's law is equal to 3.0 times 10 raised to negative 2 moles per liter per ATM. Kasi kapag naka-raise to negative 1 yung isang unit natin, yan ay actually per something. So ito per liter per atmosphere, meaning nasa ilalim siya ng denominator ng units natin. Kaya it takes this form, mole per liter per ATM. Okay? And in here, alam natin na yung concentration, C, which is concentration, is measured in terms of molarity. Okay? And yung molarity natin is, it has a unit or it is equal to mole per liter. Yun yung unit ng molarity. And yun yung unit ng concentration natin here. And makikita natin dito na ito is actually yung concentration. Right? And then yung itong atmosphere, it is the unit for pressure. Right? And ito, technically, nasa numerator yung C natin and yung pressure ay nasa denominator. So, malalaman natin dito na ang form nito is actually KH is equals to C over P. Okay? And ano yun? It's this one. Kasi if we're gonna transpose P to the other side, KH will be equals to C over P. And ito naman, kapag transpose mo or in-isolate mo yung KH, KH natin, it'll be equal to P over C. And then this one is C over P. So in order for you to know which one you're going to use, you just have to look at the units of the Henry's law constant. But for this problem, it is this one. We're going to follow this equation. Okay, so let's list down the given parameters. So yung Henry's law constant natin is equals to 3.0 times 10 raised to negative 2 moles per liter per ATM. And then we're given volume, which is 100 liters. And then we're given the partial pressure, which is 4 atmosphere. Okay, and since we're going to use KH is equals to C over P, we just have to substitute them. Okay, so 3.0 times 10 raised to negative 2 mole per liter per ATM is equal to the C concentration. Yung unknown, yun yung una nating hahanapin over 4 atmosphere. And now what we have to do is just transpose this to the other side of the equation. So it will be multiply. Kung dito nakadivide siya, the other side will be multiply. So yung C natin, isolating, will be equals to 3.0 times 10 raised to negative 2 mole per liter per ATM times 4 atmosphere. Okay? So makikita natin na makakancel yung ATM and matitirang unit ay mole per liter. So calculating for C, we have 0.12 moles per liter. So that is our C. But then the question is asking for the mass of carbon dioxide present. So how do we get the mass using concentration? First, alam natin na yung unit ng concentration natin ay moles per liter. And it is divided by the volume. So if we multiply it by the volume, makukuha natin yung number of moles. So concentration multiplied by volume will give us the number of moles. Okay? Now, from this triangle, alam natin na mass divided by the number of moles will give us the molar weight, right? And since ang goal natin this problem is to find the mass, we just have to multiply the number of moles by the molecular weight to get the mass. So, and then number of moles times molar weight will give you the mass. And that is our goal to find in this problem. So ngayon, yun lang ang gagawin natin. Yung concentration, we have to multiply by the volume. So yung concentration natin na 0.12 moles per liter, we multiplied by the volume, which is 100 liters. Kita natin na makakancel yung liters. And matitira yung number of moles. And ito yung number of moles of carbon dioxide. So 0.12 times 100, it'll be 12. 12 moles of CO2. And ano yung molecular weight ng CO2? So molecular weight of CO2 is equals to yung carbon dioxide, it's 12. Tapos dalawang oxygen, which is 2 times 16. So that is equals to 44 grams per mole. Okay, so to get the mass, we just take this and you multiply this by 44. Okay, so 12 moles of CO2. We multiply it by the molecular weight, which is 44 grams per mole of CO2. Okay? So makita natin, makakancel yung mole CO2. And matitira yung grams. So that is the weight or the mass of CO2 present in that soft drink bottle. So it is 528. And that is our answer for this problem. Okay? And now let's try another question. So the problem asks us to calculate the solubility of gaseous oxygen in water at a temperature of 293 Kelvin when the partial pressure exerted by oxygen is 1 bar. So dito, meron tayong KH. Okay? So yun yung titingnan natin. Yung Henry's law constant natin is 34,840 bar times liter per mole. Okay? So ito, we're gonna analyze the units. Itong bar, it is a unit of pressure, right? And ito, yung liter per mole, this is the inverse of mole per liter. So ano tong mole per liter? Concentration. And yung inverse, when C inverse, it is the reciprocal. And then reciprocal of concentration, reciprocal of C, which is 1 over C. Therefore, yung KH natin here is equals to P, nasa numerator siya, times the inverse of C, which is 1 over C. So if you multiply that, it will be P times 1 over C, which is P over C. So ito yung formula na gagamitin natin based on the units given here of the Henry's law constant. So now we just have to substitute. And in the problem, we're being asked for the solubility. And yung solubility natin is equal to concentration. Bakit? Kasi ang concentration naman, it depends on how much substance is being dissolved in the liquid. So we can translate it to solubility as well. So yung KH natin, we're given 34,840 bar liter per mole is equals to the partial pressure. Ito yung partial pressure natin, it's 1 bar over yung concentration. And our goal is to find C, right? So if we're gonna transpose this to the other side, ito mapupunta sa left-hand side, tapos ito mapupunta sa denominator ng right-hand side. So yung concentration natin is 1 bar over 34,840 bar times liter per mole. Okay? So makikita natin makakancel yung bar. And ang matitira is 1 over liter per mole. And what is that equal to? It's equals to moles per liter. Okay? Kasi it's like this. When you divide something by a fraction, let's say liters per mole yan, di ba? Hindi ka naman pwede mag-divide ng fraction. So, ano ang gagawin mo dyan? You multiply by the reciprocal. So, it will be 1 times mole per liter. Therefore, it is just moles per liter. Okay? This is, yeah, you just multiply by the reciprocal. You can't divide with a fraction. You multiply with the reciprocal of that fraction. So, ang makukuha natin ditong units ay this one, which is moles per liter. So, calculating for the concentration, we have 1 divided by 34,840. And that is equal to 2.87026 times 10 raised to negative 5 moles per liter. And that is the concentration or the solubility of oxygen in the liquid. So that is our answer for the problem. And I hope you guys learned a lot about Henry's law today. Thank you for listening and stay tuned for the next one. Bye-bye.